Hi everyone, it is Stacy here. I am going to go over Dotloop and small tips and tricks in small videos throughout the whole entire month. So this is this month's Dotloop video. And as you can see, I've entered in as our admin page. I'm just going to go over how to start Dotloop. So if you already know how to do Dotloop, this video might not pertain to you, and that is okay. For everybody who either wants to do Dotloop or just starting, never seen it, etc., when you log in, this is how it should look. And if you have a different view, you probably have the grid view. And the plus is how you are going to add the loop. And if you have it where I have the list, this is where you're going to create your loop. So when you create your loop, the Dotloop, you can name it either your buyer's name or you can start adding the address. And when I start adding the address, Dotloop knows that it works with Google Maps. So it is going to find that address for me. With the new Bright system that's coming out, it's already going to put in the Bright MLS number for me and pull in the information from Trend. Since we are not moving to Bright until May, currently hold off on that Bright MLS. So if I type in 123 Made Up Street, I type in 123 Made Up Street and it didn't find it, that's okay. But if I type in 123, as you can see, it says the MLS number, Jefferson Ave, belongs to William Tompkins. So it's going to say your name if it is via Bright MLS. And if I don't have the Bright MLS ID, which we don't currently have, do not click it. Just make your own separate loop, and that will be okay. So, Made Up Street. Perfect. And under here, it has a select a template. And this is something new that we just started. I have my Remax listing packet and my agreement packet. So I'm going to add my Remax listing packet. I'm just going to say, please wait. And here it is. It's going to say listing for sale. And here is my listing packet. Here I am. Here's my checklists that I need. And it already has an agreement packet up here where I can add the documents into. So here is my listing packet. I'm going to say that this is a pre-list for the time being. We're going to add my seller, which is me. I'm going to say I am the seller, and I'm going to send my intro email. I can also write a message. And of course, you don't have to say realtor, you can add your name. And then when I hit add the person, it's going to send them a nice complimentary intro email. It's going to describe what a loop is, so on and so forth. So that is something that is really valued. And I will do a second video on what the client will see. So I'm going to hit add, and there's my seller. Perfect. Next, when I go and select any one of these that I need for my listing packet, I'm going to go and hit listing contract, and this autofill will pop up. So it's going to say seller 1. It's going to have Stacy Godgel. If you had a second seller, it's going to ask who do you want to put first, and it's going to select listing agent. Right now we're going to use Remax Services, which will be listing agent. I'm going to add the property number 123 Made Up Street. If you give some helpful information to the autofill, it will help and fill it in for you. And here I am. And what is in yellow will automatically come over. And it's going to give me 2 seller options. So if I had 2 sellers, it's going to say, hey seller, you can sign here, but I'm going to select who I want the first field to be, which will be Stacy. And if I didn't have a second seller, I can select no one. So she doesn't get confused and she doesn't sign both fields. I'm going to hit save and continue working. And you're going to do the same thing. It also will help autofill if you go under View Details. And in here, you're also going to add, you have a chance to add another person, the property address, um, oops. If you have the MLS number, partial tax ID, financials, contract dates, offer dates, referral is also a good one. And I'm going to hit save. So again, that's another, it's a fuller version of the autofill. The autofill is a little tiny tidbit. The View Details, again, go back, View Details is the fuller version of it. So next, say if I really want to work with Jessica Harvey and Carolyn Grove. Instead of me hitting to add the person, I'm going to select the escrow and title block. And I can see Carolyn Grove and Jessica Harvey. As soon as I hit request info, they will both be dropped into my loop without me ever adding them. So it's the same that works with Melissa. If I hit request info, she would be added. Same with Debbie. Request info, she will be added. And if I wanted America's Preferred Home Warranty, they would also be added as well with our agent, Andrew Mertz. So that is another great thing. Jessica and Carolyn, they can only see stuff that is shared to them. That goes for Melissa and Debbie as well. And that is how to set up a loop, autofill, etc. I'm going to go and do another video on what the client will see, and I will check back in with you. Thank you.